Well, good afternoon. My name is Joseph Tribble, and I am the interim dean of residence life here at American Baptist College, as well as a faculty member. Here with Mr. Agilin Prophet, just to talk about my profession, my vocation, how I got where I am, and I guess to some degree, even perhaps what are my thoughts and plans for the future. Yes.
All right, thank you, Professor Tribble, for your time.
Yes.
And my first question is, what is your area of vocation?
Okay. Well, as I just mentioned, I work here currently in the role of interim dean of residence life here at American Baptist College. And so, what that attends to is the housing needs of our students, as well as working with student affairs, student activities, a variety of things, as well as some campus operations, which obviously makes sense because much of what campus operation does is deal with the residence halls as well as the apartments here on campus. Additionally, I find this semester I'm teaching two classes. The first being biblical interpretation and exegesis, which is a class that centers on what we do in interpreting and pulling out from the Bible various meanings. And the second is a class called professional leadership, in which we train persons to be workforce ready, essentially. We deal with resumes, interview skills, as well as other kinds of professional soft skills that make one more marketable when they leave a college environment.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
The second one is how long you've been in this vocational area.
Well, I have been here at ABC for about 3 years, going on 3 years. Well, actually, going on 4 years. Began working here as the writing tutor, then ended up teaching the class, and then from there, I ended up becoming one of the full-time faculty members here. Great, been a great thing, and really been a blessing to my life, I believe. So.
Thank you. Do you still have good passion for your vocation?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I think the interesting thing about this is that in so many ways I kind of stumbled into this particular profession. I did not think that this was something that I would be doing full time at this point of my life. Really envisioned something else for myself at this point, and so as I'm in it longer, I think I develop a passion for it as I see the need in post-secondary education, higher ed. That obviously there's a need for black faces, but even beyond that, those who are sitting on this particular side of the desk, but then also the needs of the students, and that this is an area, a way in which to really think about call, in addition to just what one does for a living.
Okay, thank you. What led you to this area of vocation?
Well, as I just mentioned, honestly, this was something, teaching is something that I envisioned that I would do. I did not envision that I would be doing at this point in my life, at least not on a full time basis. I assumed that I would be doing something in a more, what we would call a traditional ministerial role, a pastoring or a chaplain or something along those lines, and that I would teach, but that I would teach. As an adjunct, as someone who is just here every now and again. And so then to be in this capacity at this point in my life is really very surprising to me, or it has been surprising to me, but it's been something that I don't believe that I would change.
All right, that's good. Did you have a mentor? If so, how instrumental were they in your vocational discovery process?
Well, absolutely. I've had several mentors, and a couple of them actually are my parents. They both of them actually at varying times have taught in different disciplines on a higher educational level. And so just kind of looking up to them, being able to bounce things off of them, as well as other family members who either teach in higher ed or in seminaries, divinity schools, things of that nature. It's been one of those things that they have helped to guide and to push me to get closer to my potential. Okay? And that's why I think this is so very important. Mentors are important. I think, if for no other reason, these are the people that ask questions that nobody else feels comfortable asking you,
That's
and
true.
that push you in a direction to kind of get you to where you need to be.
Uh, do you still have mentors?
Absolutely. And that's why I say absolutely. Just think about one of my mentors here who asked me a very thought provoking question to which I did not know the answer.
Mhm.
Um, and I said, "That's why you my mentor,
Okay.
because you ask me questions that nobody else bothers to ask me, that are difficult for me to answer, but are necessary to ask and to answer."
All right. Okay, I got you. What were some obstacles you had to overcome to achieve your dreams and goals in your area of vocation?
Well, some obstacles. I would say myself
Okay.
more than anything else. In that, um, I have a propensity to doubt my own abilities and or um, even the motivations of others who may be attempting to help me. And so I would say my biggest obstacle has been Joseph, more than anything else. Now, obviously, there are external obstacles, and those are the kinds of things that usually, at least for me, they've been mostly blips in the road. We just kind of keep on moving. But biggest obstacle certainly been me. Yeah.
Okay. What is a typical day like for you in your area of vocation?
So that one more time.
What is a typical day
Okay.
like for you in your area of vocation?
Well, recently it has changed drastically. So a typical day for me, let's yesterday, for example. Come to the office about 8:30. Actually, well, about 8:30. Go through review, look at the tape from the night before to see if anything has happened in the building or on campus. Um, as I'm doing that, I'm checking email to see if anyone has emailed me. Usually, someone has emailed me with one or two things. Go through the building to see if there's anything that's awry. From there, I am contacting vendors. Usually, there's something on, if not in this building, somewhere on this campus that needs some attention. So I'm contacting that. From there, I take usually a few hours. I try to set out a few hours, begun the night before, to prepare for my class for the day. And so in that time, there's reading, there's taking of notes, there's putting together, depending on the class, PowerPoints or handouts or whatever the case may be, in order so that I might be prepared for class whenever we get there. I'll go to class. Usually that's what 2.5 hours. The preparation, and then obviously the class itself will end up taking up a good portion of the day, anywhere from 5 to 6 hours. They have been taken up by preparation and then the actual class itself. And then from there, once class is over, come back to the office. There may be a meeting to attend. If there's a meeting to attend, go ahead and go to it. If not, usually there's a student or two that need to meet with me, attend to that. And any other kinds of paperwork, grading, or something like that that I got to do. And then that's it. And then go home somewhere 6 o'clock or thereafter, usually.
Okay, thank you. Is there more that you would like to accomplish in your vocational area?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. One of the biggest things is that educationally, I know I need to go further. It's the question of when and how, and being able to line up time and resources. I'm both bivocational, so I'm at American Baptist College, but also serve as a staff member at 15th Avenue Baptist Church, and so I have a fair amount of responsibility there. And so between the two entities, they keep me pretty busy. This place definitely keeps me busy, and that place definitely keeps me busy. So just finding the time and resources to be able to do that.
What advice would you give to me as I seek to achieve my dreams and vocations.
Well, what I would say to you, Mr. Prophet,
Yes.
is really simple. Um, Always keep in mind goals. Think about how to achieve those goals on a short term basis so that you have your ultimate goal, but then you got smaller incremental goals that you can reach little bit by little bit. And if you do what you need to do to reach those little goals, or what I say, if you do what you're supposed to do every day,
Okay.
then the big goal will take care of itself.
Uh-huh. Um, that's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. I think
All
I'm
right.
gonna pause.
Thank
You
you.
can see me on the
Yeah,
video.
yeah. Make some space for it. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Professor Tribble.
Thank you.
I like you. That's why I choose you for my interview.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
thank you.
Yes, you're a good guy, good man.